lonely game we play, looking for the right words to say, searching but not finding, understanding anyway, lost in this masquerade. Both afraid to say we're just too far away from being close together from the start. We tried to talk it over, but the words got in the way. We're lost inside this lonely game we play. To leave and disappear each time I see your eyes. No matter how hard I try to understand the reasons why we carry on this way, we're lost in this masquerade. In this masquerade. Well, hi there pluckers, Ivor Sawfingers again with a song from the Carpenters of a classic song called This Masquerade, from originally written by Leon Russell, of course. Standard tuning, but I do, for this version, I've got a capo on the first fret, okay? Puts us into the same key as the Carpenters original version, okay? So if you want to play along with the Carpenters, put the capo on the first fret and play everything I'm about to show you. You should be in tune with the Carpenters. By all means, if you don't want to use the capo, just take the capo off and play it without the capo. Just use the chords I'm about to show you, okay? So let's get to it. So it starts off with an E minor, okay? And what I do is I basically hit the bottom E string open and then strum the chord. And at that point, the flute comes in and plays the sort of melody, that bit, you know, the sort of bit. Okay, so right. What happens now is we have a progression on E minor. So it's E minor. Okay. So we've got to walk down on E minor. So we're starting off with the E minor. Then what I do is I take this third finger off, just leave the second finger on that second fret of the fifth, put your first finger on the first fret of the fourth string, hit that note, strum the rest of the chord, okay, so it's then take the first finger off and play the open fourth string and the chord. Okay, so you've got and that's the fourth chord of the sequence. I call this a ninth. You could call it, there's different names for this chord, but I'm going to call it an A ninth. Okay, so that's basically first finger is playing the second fret of the fourth string, D string, and my fourth finger is playing the fourth fret from the capo on the fifth string, 5 down to 1. Okay, that's your fourth note in the rundown. So you've got E, E flat, open D, and then this C sharp or D flat. Okay, so that's from the beginning. Then we play a C9 to a B7, and then back to the E minor. Okay, so the C9. Okay, I'll give you an option on this. Okay, first finger is playing the second on the fourth. My third finger is playing a bar of the top three strings on the third fret from the capo. Okay, and to finish it off, my second finger is coming up and playing the third fret of the A string, the fifth string. 5 down to 1. And you hit that note, C note, the third on the fifth. Then we go to a B7 and hit that second on the fifth, and then strum, and then to the E minor. Okay, now if you find this C ninth too difficult, play a C7. So it's a C chord with the pinky on the third fret from the capo on the third string, the G string. Straightforward C7 will work okay. So if you play the C7th, it's if you play the C ninth, you can see the subtle difference, but it sounds very similar. Okay, so when you get to that point, when you come to the E minor after the B7, you do one E, sort of one bottom E string open, strum the chord. Then what you do is you go, and then you play the bottom E string and then the third fret of the bottom E string, and then an A chord. Play the A string first, the fifth string first, a couple of strums, and then repeat E, E minor, then the bottom E string to the third fret bottom E string, the A string, the E chord. You do that twice, okay? So the whole intro, very slowly. Sorry, let's try again. Then we're into the song, and it's the same sequence for the song, the E minor rundown. Okay, so it's, are you really happy with this lonely game we play? E minor, looking for the C7 or C9, whichever you prefer, to B7. So the first two lines again, E minor. Really, drop down to E flat there, open D, and this A9, E minor, looking for the C7 for C9, right, words to B7, so repeat the E minor rundown, searching but not finding, understanding anyway. Now C7, B7, E minor, a couple of strums and a stop, a definite stop. Okay, so okay, and then it goes into like the bridge section. Okay, so let's just do that whole thing again once more from the beginning. Verse. Are we really happy with C9 or C7, B7, repeat the E minor run down, searching but not finding, understanding anyway. C7 to B7, it's lost in this B's Masquerade, E minor, stop. Alright, then we go into the bridge section, but just before the bridge section there's two notes, and if you're keeping hold of the E minor at the end there, stop, do a pause, and then you go second on those two notes, second on the fourth, second on the fifth, and then what we do is we play this chord. Right, so this is in this key with the capo on the first fret. It's a D minor seventh. Okay, it's 5 frets up from the capo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a minor shape bar chord, 5 frets up from the capo, and then you take your pinky off to make it a minor seventh. Okay, da, 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 to a G7, 3rd fret from the capo, major bar chord shape, pinky off, G7 shape. Okay, so D minor 7th to G7, and then a C major 7th. Okay, so holding the bar from the G chord, the G7th, keeping the 3rd fret barred with the 1st finger, change these 3 fingers to 4th fret from the capo on the 3rd string, 5th fret from the capo on the 4th string, and 5th fret from the capo on the 2nd string. All 6 strings, C major 7. Okay, so it's D minor 7th, 5th fret from the capo, 3rd fret from the capo, G7, and then C major 7th. Okay, and then we come up to this one. Go back to the 5th fret from the capo as a bar, and just a single 3rd finger on the 7th fret from the capo, an A minor 7th chord. Okay, so it's D minor 7th, both afraid to G7, say we're just to C major 7th, far away, A minor 7th. Now if you find that too tricky, you could play it with the simpler chords, D minor 7th here, just barring the first 2 strings on the 1st fret from the capo and the 2nd on the 3rd, 5 down to 1, da, 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 G7th, standard G7th shape, da, 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 da. C major 7th is just a C chord with the 1st finger off, da, da, da. And then the A minor 7th is an A minor with the 3rd finger off, open 3rd string. So it's D minor 7th, G7, C major 7th, A minor 7th. Okay. Then we go back to the D minor 7th, from being close together. So that's again, it's D minor 7th to G major 7th. Sorry, G7. It's D minor 7th, from being close together, G7th again, from the start. There's a very quick B flat 7th there, from the start, goes back to the C major 7th. So the first time round it's both afraid to say we're just too far away, D minor 7th, from being G7 close together, from is a B flat 7th, from then to the C major 7th again. Start. So that B flat 7th is a bar on the 1st fret and the 3rd fret from the capo on the 4th string and 3rd fret from the capo on the 2nd string. Whichever fingers you want to use for those two, I'll use those two, 3rd finger and pinky, and then back to the C major 7th again. Okay, so what I would do if you're playing it simply, I would go both afraid to say just too far away, back to the D minor 7th, da 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 together from the start. You just play a deep B flat, a very simple B flat. Okay, like that. First fret from the capo on the top E string there. Third fret from the capo on the fourth, third and second strings, and then to the C major seventh again. So the simple way of playing it is both afraid to say we're just too far away from being close together from the start. That's from the start. Okay? Then what we do is, unfortunately this is where it gets tricky. If you're playing it simply, there's no simple way of playing this one really. We're back to bar chords again. We've gone down a fret now. We go from the C major seventh, and then we go where we try to talk it over is a C sharp seventh. Try to talk it F sharp seventh over, then a B major seventh. Okay, so that's a 4th fret minor shape bar chord, 4th fret from the capo, minor shape, pinky off, and then an F sharp 7th, 2nd fret, major shape, pinky off, and then a B major 7th, which is one, if you were playing the bar chord version of that C major 7th, it's just 1 fret down. Okay. If you're playing it, there is no easy, I can't really show you an easy way of playing this. So, C sharp minor 7th, F sharp 7th, and then the B major 7th. Then we go to an F sharp minor 7th, that's the bar on the 2nd fret, and the 4th fret of the 5th string. Then make it an F sharp 7th by adding the 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string there, and then a B7, just a single strum, or you can arpeggiate it. Okay, so I'll play this whole thing very slowly. So coming out of the Lost Masquerade, to say we're just too far away from being close together from the start. We tried to talk it over, but the words got in the way. We're lost inside this lonely game. So you can play the first bit easier, but the second half of that middle section is I can't show you an easy way of playing it. Okay, so if I were you, I would persevere playing the bar chords all the way through to make it less confusing. Okay, so from that E minor, play those 2 notes, and then we're into this D minor shape, a D minor 7th shape. G7th, C major 7th, A minor 7th, D minor 7th, G7th, a quick B flat 7th, back to C major 7th, and then a C sharp minor 7th, to F sharp 7th, to B major 7th, and then an F sharp minor 7th to an F 7th, an F basic F 7th, F sharp 7th. So it's an F sharp minor 7th to an F sharp 7th, and then either a single strum on a B7 or arpeggiate it. Okay, so just once more through it, I'll play it through slowly from the Masquerade. So first from Masquerade, both same, we're just too far away from being close together from the start. Try to talk it over, but the words got in the way. We're lost inside together from the start. And then, if you want to, you don't have to do this, it's an optional, there's a little tinkly bit on the piano. Or that bit, okay, so. Okay, and then you're into the chord again, okay? Because you haven't got time to play the last note, it has to be the chord. So, and the notes, right, so I'm playing on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th fret from the capo, okay, on the bottom E string, 7th fret, and then 8th fret on the 5th, and then 7th fret on the 4th. So it's 7 on the bottom E, 8th on the 5th, 7th on the 4th, and then 9th on the 4th. It's 9th from the capo on the 4th string. Right? 7th on the bottom E string, 8th on the 5th, 7th on the 4th, 9th on the 4th. Then what I do is I bend, I flatten out this 3rd finger, so I'm doing the 9th on the 3rd. Play that note and then go up 1 to the 10th on the 3rd. Okay, so now you've got this. Right? So just once more. 7th on the bottom E, 8th on the 5th, 7th on the 4th, 9th on the 4th, 9th on the 3rd, 10th on the 3rd. Then we play the 8th on the top E string, and that's it, okay, and then we're into an E minor shape again and another verse, okay, so okay, and then we're into another verse exactly the same as usual. Thought of leaving, disappearing, each time I see your eyes, no matter how hard I try to understand the reason why we carry on this way. We're lost in a masquerade. Now, in the song, in the actual song, the Carpenters version, at that point it goes into that the intro E minor to A bit, because it's in a masquerade. The E lead up to an A chord, like he did at the end of the intro, yeah? It does that twice, and then they play an instrumental verse with a flute, okay? Same chords, exactly the same as a chord, and when you come out of that, you do another middle 8, or bridge section, okay? Then you do a final verse, and when you come out of the final verse, you come out of the final verse. Let's do the final verse, okay? So it's thought of leaving, disappear each time I see your eyes. No matter how hard I try to understand the reasons why we carry on this way. We're lost in a masquerade. And what we do there, this is the outro, when you come to that final, lost in a masquerade, E minor, then lift off this 3rd finger and play that 4th string open. So it goes lost in a masquerade. And then you just do a strike on a C7, just a single strum, lost, B7, you know, and then we do the intro again. Okay, so basically it's the whole intro again, and you just do that E minor to A at the end several times, and then just stop on E minor. Okay, so that's it. That's how the song finishes. You get two losts in a Masquerade at the end, lost in a Masquerade, then the open D string on the E minor, the C7 stop, lost, B7 stop, then the intro again. How many times do you want to do this? 3 times, 4 times? Okay, so there you have it. I'm sorry it's a little bit complicated on the middle section there. Okay, but I don't think there's a really easier way of me showing you how to play that. Okay, so I say, have fun. See you in the next lesson. Bye for now.